We are set to go. Yeah, Nate. Ladies and gentlemen, people around the world, children, if you stumbled onto this page, welcome to the Weekly Beer Show. Hey, what's up, Nate?
What's going on, Danny? How you doing? What's this?
What West Coast equals best coast? Yeah, I'm not
West
really
Coast
sure
is the
about
best
that.
coast.
I am really not sure about that, but I will tell
Agreed.
you, it is a coast, and I am here, and so are you. Welcome to the show, guys. This is the Weekly Beer Show. If it feels a little unfamiliar to you, don't worry. We're in that same realm of yeah. It's the new time. It's Saturday at 10 a.m. We're trying it out for about 8 weeks to see how it works. We will let you know after that. But guys, same great show. Same great people. I'm Travel Man Dan. That right there is
Nate IPA.
Nate IPA. And let me tell you a little bit about, if you first joined this show, what we do here. We review two beers. And that's right, Nate kind of alluded to it earlier. We have West Coast style IPAs to review. It's one against the other. It's a versus. I don't think, Nate, we've ever done a show where we go ahead and take the two same styles of beers and put them head to head.
Yep, same style, same state.
Same states, not too far from each other. I've been to both places, and I'm actually really pumped up for this episode, and I'm pretty damn thirsty. So what we do is we go, you too. Have you had any Malort to start us off, Nate?
No, not today.
Not today. All right. Well, we go ahead and review beers. We got some great segments in the show, like What Would You Rather? I got an amazing good news that will just absolutely make you feel like you're floating. Don't worry. We won't see you crying. But hey, Damien, welcome to the show. Welcome. Good morning to you. And yeah, that's pretty much what we do if this is your first time here. So thank you for stopping by. Nate, why don't you go ahead and tell Damien and the rest of the regular audience what we do?
Well, you guys know what we do. We review two beers every week. We crack them, smell them, taste them, and rate them. We do a rating score out of 5 points each, 5 categories: taste, style, accessibility, price, and X factor. We've one time with an asterisk got 25 out of 25. Maybe today's the day we do it without an asterisk. Travel Man Dan, what do you think?
I don't know. These ones are pretty good. Some funky names, definitely some great artwork. It could possibly be the one that reaches 25. Well, Nate, let's go ahead and get started today. I know you had your chalkboard or your marker board up, and you said the West Coast, and this show, West Coast equals B Coast. I just can't say it, man. I don't agree with the statement.
Hey, I don't agree with it either, but it's the thing people say. West Coast is the best coast. And yeah, I disagree, but for today's purposes, we get to review two West Coast what?
IPAs, baby. IPAs. I brought the NICU. I mean, the Rickaroo. No Nick. I brought the No Nick for the beer. A lot of people say that East Coast is the Beast Coast. But,
there you go.
Yeah, whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, we do have the West Coast style IPA. So let's get right into it. Guys, if you don't know what a West Coast IPA is, you might want to watch this show because we drink a lot of them. It's all the rage. It's what people are talking about, either hazies or West Coasts. Nate, why don't you go ahead and tell our audience a little bit about what exactly is a West Coast IPA?
All right, Danny. So West Coast IPA, again, there's a lot of different styles of Indian Pale Ales, especially here in America, but the two most prominent ones are the West Coast IPA and the New England IPA, right? You can see down here at the bottom, the West Coast, to put a little picture of it right there. It's not as hazy or cloudy, definitely more of a clear beer when you look at it, and you'll see it when we crack these two open today.
Clear beer.
Top 10 West Coast. I don't know when this was generated, but I thought it was an interesting list anyway. Top 10 West Coast style IPAs brewed in America. The top 10 West Coast style IPAs have intense hop bitterness, flavor, and aroma with medium high alcohol content. The style is further characterized by fruity, floral, and citrus-like American variety hop character. The ABV is typically between 5 and 7.5%. That qualifies both of our beers today with an IBU of 60 plus. Now, the difference here between the West Coast and the New England is that the hops are added the beginning of the process, right? They're added early in the boil, which brings the bitterness level up. When you add the hops later in the process, when you dry hop at the end, maybe that's when you'll get more of a floral, juicy kind of element. So right here, you see the top 10. Danny, do you recognize any of these beers?
I recognize number 2, the Sculpin IPA from Ballast Point. That's pretty popular. After that, I only recognize the Lunch because I know that it was sent to us. It's another really popular one. We're going to be doing a just one beer special edition, and the Union Jack IPA number 10 from Firestone Walker. We did here on this show, so I am familiar with some of those. I'm glad to see Melvin is up there. Yeah,
I thought that was interesting. It's one of the reasons I put it up here. There's a myriad of lists, but I thought it was interesting since we did the Jesus on Thursday that Melvin Brewing, who neither of us have ever heard before, apparently makes a really good IPA, West Coast variety. So it's cool to see them on here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next slide here. So a little bit more on the details of what that looks like. So what makes a West Coast IPA different? One of the most significant differences you'll find in a West Coast IPA compared to other IPAs is its brewing process. Because a large number of hops are added early during the boil, it's hard for anyone's palate to miss the bitter bite of a West Coast IPA. I think, Danny, that's why you like and prefer the West Coast IPA to the New England, because it does have that bitter element to it. Citrusy, bitter, kind of piney style hop flavor.
Absolutely. And I just wanted to go ahead and address Calvin. What's up, man? Good to see you here. We are trying something a little bit different for the next several weeks. We want to go ahead and see what it's like, if it's better. So please give us some feedback. Is it better on Saturday at 10 a.m. or is it better on Sunday at 10 a.m.? Before football starts, we just want to kind of see if this works better so that we're not flip-flopping the times each and every week for 16 weeks during football. So we want to lock in a time, and we want to see if this time at 10 a.m. Saturdays works. So, Calvin, that's a little explanation if you're a little confused. I know it seems a little bit different. It may get some adjustments here and there, but let us know what you think. Anyway, go on, Nate.
Yeah, so the West Coast style IPAs are bitter, citrusy, and hoppy. I think that was exactly that's what we should be looking to find in the beers today. And compared to East Coast IPAs, hazies or New Englands, of course, they are just, you can see at the bottom, juice bombs, right? They're just super, super sweet, and the hops are just added at a different time. Perfect. One thing here is, again, a stark difference between the two. You can see Pliny the Elder, which is from where, Danny?
New England. Oh, that's from Red Russian River Brewing.
California, right? So, again, it's going to be West Coast. But down at the bottom, we have the Julius, which Danny and I have reviewed on the show, and that is from?
New England. Trillium.
New England. Yeah, Massachusetts, right?
Yeah, Boston, huh?
Treehouse being one of the both of these beers really being two of the premier beers in the country. Here's another nice diagram I wanted to show. You can see the West Coast style IPAs on the left, aggressively hopped, clear, which is very different from the hazy, bitter, dry finish, malty backbone. I really like that style of beer, Danny.
I've never heard of a mountain style IPA. I've never heard of MSI.
Yeah, it's something that we don't talk about a lot, but you'll see more in like the Colorado. So right there, Odell Brewing Company out of Colorado, right? The Mountain Standard IPA.
Never heard of it.
What's that?
Never heard of it.
Me neither.
Awesome.
Juice hop aroma, hazy, low bitterness, modern tropical bright hops, refreshing finish, no fruit added. Whereas the New England style IPAs, they have those adjuncts added, right? So it can be fruit, it can be vanilla, it can be lactose. That's what gives it the body, the juiciness that you're kind of drinking, or like pulpy orange juice. So that's the big difference. Wanted to give you guys a little bit of a background on what West Coast IPAs are and how they are how the differences between their counterparts. So anything new and exciting there, Danny, or this is all stuff you knew?
No, this is awesome, man. Nate knows, guys. Nate friggin' knows. He knows everything. Nate, high five over here. Yes. There you go. That's the best way to do it. Hey, Lisa. Happy Saturday, sis. But yeah, great job, Nate. Thank you so much for detailing that out for us, distinguishing what is different between the IPAs, where they're categorized, what makes them different. That's really provides a lot of value. And, like I said, we're not beer snobs at all. Nate knows a lot of stuff about beer. I'm just a regular dude. We're just two regular dudes that like beer, right? So hopefully that helped you out in your understanding what a West Coast IPA is. Let's not prolong this anymore. Let's get to the beer, Nate.
Let's do it.
Thank you so much for this one. This one's going to be a lot of fun because I've actually been to one of their brewery type thingies. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's their main brewery. Is it Sunday? What happened to my weekend? Hi, guys. Happy weekend, beer snobs. Yes, wish you were beer. Once again, we are trying a little bit different. We're trying a Saturday time slot. But today, we still have a great beer. We have this one. This one comes from us from Tioga, Sequoia Brewing Company. And that's, if you don't know Sequoia, it's like Central California Sequoia trees. And it is called The Lookouts. Yeah, look at this thing. Very cool.
I like that artwork.
Yeah, I love the trees, right?
Yeah, it's cool.
Little trees. Truffalo trees.
6.8% on this one, Danny.
What's that?
6.8%.
Oh, I thought you said 20%. I would have been like, damn. All right, 6.5%. Very cool. Well, Nate, let's pull out the
No Nick.
And let's go ahead and try this sucker. Crack it, sniff it, pour it, and taste it. Here we go.
Oh, wow. Mine's
coming out.
foamy.
Yeah, that's foam. Yours is really foamy?
Yep.
Yeah, mine too. It went right up my nose. All right, yeah. So definitely smelling a lot of hops and citrus going on in there.
Galaxy hops is the main hop in here.
What's the main hop?
Galaxy. Is my mic screwed up?
All right. Well, let's go ahead and pour this sucker, and let me show you what it looks like. The No Nick right there, a beautiful IPA glass. Look at the way this thing is pouring. It's very, very foamy.
Look at mine. I got a 1/4 inch of.
What's going on with this beer? All right.
Okay.
Right up my nose is a different kind of weekend. Yeah. All right. Why am I getting all these comments about that? It is definitely a different weekend.
Hey, James Cordola.
Yes, James. I hope you got your Melvin Jesus Cerveza while we sit here for a half an hour and let this foam go down. Mate, have we ever poured a beer this foamy?
No, and mine's actually like looking hazy in here a little bit. It's not as clear as yours. Yours has that more of a caramel kind of amber color, where mine is yellow, maize color. I don't know.
Dude, yeah, look at this thing. I mean, to be honest with you, it's a beautiful look, man. It was great. Yes, I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's great. It's I like the actual look of it. To me, this is a really cool, especially when it evens out a little bit more like mine. Yours is really foamy, but it kind of looks Instagram worthy. I'm gonna have to go to the oily nose. All right, do you know the trick of the oily nose and foam, Nate? Damn, dude.
Right? Isn't that it?
I mean,
I always thought it was like under the eye or something. And then you kind of.
I said nose, and you went full eyeball, both eyeball, forehead. You went whole face. I heard that if you take the oils from your nose and you just lay it on the foam, it helps eat away the foam. But that really didn't do anything. Probably because of the higher quality of beer. I'm sure that would do something to a high life. But it is. I mean, mine's like cotton candy on the top, dude.
I know.
Look at
mine's kind of dying down a little bit, but same.
Special nose technology. Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, I don't know, Nate. Did we go in through the foam?
Yeah, of course.
All right. I mean, this is
I like the foam.
It's a good 3 inches of foam. But hey, cheers, my friend. Cheers to everyone for showing up on a Saturday as we switch the days. We're going to go here, there, everywhere. Cheers to everybody. Thank you so much. This is the Lookout from Tioga Sequoia Brewing.
Definitely hitting those West Coast notes.
Zinger.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely All right, my first sip, Nate. It's like I said, oily nose mucus on.
Exactly.
It's very zingy. It's very bright. I don't know if I got a small orange juice over here dumped in my beer. It's really, really powerful orange flavor, but not bad. Not a bad first sip. It's just really juicy. So this is
Do you think so? You think it's juicy?
Very juicy. What did you think? What was your first sip like?
Yeah, I'm not picking up a ton of juice. I mean, there's a sweet element to it. Definitely picking up more of a citrus kind of element from the hops there. Not too offensively sweet. Definitely malted. I'm picking up the malt in the background. And I like that. It's a little bit dry for me. I'm not picking up a ton of sweetness. It's there, but not like a hazy would.
James Cornola says he loves those West Coast notes. I mean, what do you like about them? I mean, for me, they're okay. You know, that they're not. But the problem is, you drink two of them and you got to put the brakes immediately on. There's just too much flavor going on. You know, there's something about a really like malty beer that I like that I feel like you're almost eating. Like the German beers. I feel like I really like those. I like the dry stuff from like Japan. This one, it's not bad. It's just really juicy, Nate. That's all. And you don't taste that.
Yeah, I'm just not picking it up. But overall, I do like it. And this is the kind of style of beer I like. I feel like West Coast, they never really went away. Yeah. But because of the notoriety and the fame of the hazy, they've kind of taken a back seat. But there's a lot of options out there. And there's a lot of really good West Coast style IPAs for you to try. This is just one version that might, depending on how your palate picks it up, be juicy to some of us and more floral and citrusy to others. But yeah, I like it.
That's a good point. It is quite. It's got, for me. You said it's got a back end of a malt. For me, it's got a back end of a floral. If we take a look, it definitely you see it. It looks very. There's like a lot of particles floating around. It's quite borderline hazy, but overall not bad. One thing we don't talk about here is we don't talk about bad news. We bring up good news, guys. Actually, no, it's not time for good news. It's time to go on a little brewery tour. Sorry about that. Let's check this place out. Let's check out the Tioga Sequoia Brewing.
Tioga Sequoia Brewing. So, Tioga Sequoia, right? I never heard of this brewery before Danny gave me the beer, so thank you for that, Danny. There's their logo up there. I kind of like that. It's cool. It reminds me of like a fire badge or something. Maybe a
reminds me of park ranger.
Oh, but there you go, park ranger. There it is. That's what I was looking at. But here's their credentials. If you want to check out their website, we'll show you their website in just a couple of minutes after we get through these slides. They do have an Instagram and Twitter presence. Again, we did California just previously. We're doing it again. California is a big state and a lot of beer, especially when we're talking about West Coast IPAs, which the two beers are today. Fresno, California, which is located in the center of California. Danny, you live there. Can you tell us a little bit more about that region?
Yeah. Okay. So you have Central California, and it is they call it something that they grow, the agricultural is just insane through the middle part of California. The way that they grow, I think it's something like 70% of the United States' produce is grown in Central California. Fresno is the big city of Central California. You have Bakersfield, you have Tulare, you have Visalia, and you have Fresno. Fresno is sometimes where I do a lot of work. I go up there to work. A lot of the home builders I work with in Central California, their main corporate office is there. It's a mid-tier city. It doesn't have any professional sports. It does have a big college called Fresno State. This is not SoCal, Lisa. This is called Central Cal. So this would be Central California, much, much different. It's really weird, Nate, because if you want to break it down into political party things, you have everything above Fresno is very liberal and is the California that you hear about that is like Democratic or whatever. And then you cut Central California off at Bakersfield and go down to LA, obviously it's very, very liberal as well. San Diego is in Orange County, is very Republican, so it's a little bit of a mix. But Central California tends to be right up the middle for leaning right. It's a lot of blue collar people. When you go back to Fresno, you have to go to Sam's Italian Deli, best ever. Trust me, that's a great idea. That's Mr. James. I'm definitely going to go there. But you got to understand, it's good afternoon. I'm in and out. We finally have some nice weather. Hell yeah, Bubba, do some trout fishing.
Bubba?
Yeah, it's a great place. I love Central California. For me, like it's just when you see a lot of the things that are growing there, walnuts, pistachios, almonds, like all kinds of produce. It's just a really cool farming community. But anyway, moving on.
Right, and I would imagine the topography, the landscape there is much different than Southern California. A lot more. Is it more mountainous than you would say than LA is? Southern California?
Yeah, not really, because you got parts of California, you got parts of Los Angeles. Like where I live, there's pretty big mountains, man. I live, and then you just drive over the Santa Clarita mountain range, I think it's called, or Santa Monica, and you're in Los Angeles. You go out to like San Bernardino and that area, and you got massive mountains there. So you're surrounded by a lot of that. The thing about Fresno is if you go a little bit south and a little bit east, you will run into Sequoia National Park and Kings National Park, where the elevations get above 8,000 feet. So that's pretty big mountain range.
Right. And so I kind of wanted to segue with that. And I thought this was pretty interesting. I just pulled it from their website. We'll show you the website in a bit. But Tioga Sequoia Brewing was founded in 2007. So they've been around for a little bit with a mission of producing world-class beers that can bring awareness to the resources. I'm sorry, I can't read that word. Resources to the preservation of the Sierra Nevada mountains in California. In 2010, we planted our flag in downtown Fresno, California, and decided to take our journey of becoming the San Joaquin Valley's local brewery a step further. Our beer and brands reflect the greatness of the region we brew in. We highlight the beauty of the Southern Sierras that run along the eastern side of the San Joaquin Valley that include landmarks such as Yosemite National Park, Sierra National Forest, Sequoia National Park, Kings Canyon National Park, and Sequoia National Forest. Wow, that's a lot. And feature local flavor, creativity, and culture in our products to give our valley residents a sense of pride in what they drink and support. I just really like that on their website. That's why I took a snippet of it. I like that they're kind of incorporating those national parks. Danny and I are huge fans of John Muir in the national park scene, and there's a ton on the West Coast, all the way down through Arizona, Nevada, Utah, and into California, all the way up the West Coast. So I like that they are able to incorporate that and give something back to their community that they're proud of.
Yeah, and I've been to the one in Visalia, which is about 30 minutes from Sequoia National Park. Like James was saying, he was there 3 weeks ago. I think actually, James, I'm going at the end of this month. We have Memorial Day. I know it's kind of a crazy weekend to go, but I think I'm going to go. I'm going to spend a lot of time this summer just doing those California trips. So I'm looking forward to that. Sequoia Brewing, I've been to like one of their satellite places in downtown Visalia. Awesome beer flowing. The food there is really good too.
Today's beer, as you can see, we are drinking the Lookout.
Lookout!
What kind of beer is that? It is a West Coast IPA. Danny, for that Lookout, is that a lookout for fires?
I was looking at that, Nate. It's got to be.
Right. I've seen, so this is completely off topic, but I've seen an Airbnb that was one of those old lookout stations converted into an Airbnb like destination spot. That's what it looks like to me. So I was curious if you had any insight there.
Oh, James, I know this feeling, and you're absolutely 100% correct. My name obviously is Travel Man Dan, but I always tell people my favorite place in the world is Yosemite National Park. It really is. It's awesome. All right. Yes, Nate, I think it's got to be that. I think it's got to be. Unfortunately, they had a massive fire at Sequoia last year. I don't know if you saw that. And the pride to Sequoia National Park is a tree called General Sherman. Yeah, and they were literally like firefighters posted around it 24-hour days. They put these giant foil wraps around the base of the tree. And, luckily nothing was harmed, but some trees did burn, and unfortunately, the sequoias, they're like the oldest tree in the United States.
I know it's so sad to think about. So, but the Untapped ratings, 157 check-ins, 3.86 out of 5. Danny, the other beer that we're going to be doing, I'm not going to drop the lead, but the other beer has 147 check-ins and a 3.81 score. So we are really kind of looking at two beers, California, West Coast IPAs, very much micro breweries, independent brewers that have very close, similar styles, and we get to kind of see which one we like better. So I'm pretty interested in that. Here's a little bit more of their offerings. You can see the Half Dome up there on the left, top left. Half Dome is the most, it's the biggest attraction in Yosemite. I've never been to Yosemite, but I've watched a lot of documentaries on people kind of free climbing the Half Dome. So that's what their flagship is. If you guys want to check that out, there's a couple of other beers there for you to look at. Here's their brewery.
Actually,
go ahead, Danny.
I don't think you can free climb Half Dome. I think what you're probably seeing is what's called El Capitan. It's another.
You know what? You might be right.
Yeah, because Half Dome is very they don't allow people to climb it. What it was a massive rock. When I mean massive, like thousands of meters high, and it cracked. James, see you later, man. Thank you so much for hopping on the show.
I'm pretty sure you guys have recently free climbed it. I'm almost 100% positive.
Okay, all right.
It's now I could definitely be wrong because it's very easy to confuse those two places. But I'm pretty sure that somebody broke the mold and now it's becoming a thing. But somebody else will have to check into that and tell us in the comments.
Cool.
Anyway, so I wanted to showcase their brewery. I like their style. They got a little place in downtown Fresno now. They're expanding. You can see up in the top left, they have a beer garden, a lot of picnic tables, wood, plastic cups, got the hanging bar lights. I like that scene. And then this is their newest place that they have in downtown Fresno. I just like the look of that sign. And they probably call themselves the Tioga, I guess, which I think is cool. So thought I would share that.
I bet you if you went back and did the history of that building, it was an old hotel called the Tioga. I'm just gonna guess on that, but I don't know. But hey guys, awesome stuff, Nate. Yeah, and listen, Central California is much different from the coast to Fresno. Is much different than San Francisco, San Diego, and LA, which you see a lot in the movies. It's very beautiful, very normal, down to earth people. Very cool place, and it's. If I don't end up back east, I'm probably going to gravitate towards Central California somehow, some way, and sometime. So there it is. But guys, thanks so much, Nate. That was awesome. I want to go ahead and talk a little bit about their beer as I continue to drink it. Look, this thing is really, really bitter. Okay, when I was first time trying to drink it, I hit a lot of like orange notes and stuff, but they're gone. I'm getting a lot of bitterness going on with this thing that you taste with your traditional IPAs. I like that. I like that pungent, skunky kind of flavor, and I think this is delicious.
Yeah, I like it too. It definitely has the bitterness that I like. That's what I like in an IPA. I expect it to be bitter. I prefer the bitterness to the sweetness.
Yeah. Well, I prefer good news better than bad news. And guys, hold on. Don't worry. We can't see you at home. So if you cry a tear, it's okay. This one was brought to me. I'm not sure if James Cordola, if you're still there, your brother Rocco I'm going to give him credit for showing me this. I was actually watching the game, but I had to turn it off. But this one comes to us from the world of baseball, a sport that we absolutely love. And, it's very, just watch. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit about it. Young Yankees. Okay, wait.
Oh, sorry.
All right, I'm going to say, before you start the video, Nate, I want to go ahead and read a little about young Yankees fan gets emotional after Blue Jays supporter gives him Aaron Judge a home run ball. Now, they're in the Sky Dome in Toronto. The Yankees are the visiting team. The Toronto Blue Jays are the home team. During Tuesday night's game between the Yankees and the Blue Jays, Yankees star Aaron Judge, that's the guy at bat, launched a homer into the stands at the top of the sixth inning. A homer is a home run. Aaron Judge, by the way, is from Fresno, California. The ball went soaring towards a group of hopeful fans, and after a drop, they succumbed to pick it up. The lucky winner of the home run ball was a Blue Jays fan, so not a Yankees fan. But after turning around, he saw a young Yankees fan behind him wearing a Judge uniform. That's right. The player who hit the ball out, a young kid, was right there wearing the jersey. He acted generously and handed the ball over. The young fan immediately gave the man a hug and got emotional once receiving the ball. The Blue Jays fan hugged him back, pointing at the kid and nodding approval to his reaction. After the game, Judge heard about what happened, and that's what's special about this game, Judge said. It doesn't matter what jersey you wear. Everybody's a fan. Everybody appreciates the game, and that's pretty cool. Judge did more than check out the video. The three-time All-Star met the two fans at the Sky Dome, or Rogers Center as it's called now, the following day, bringing the young man once again happy to tears. Nate, this is awesome. Go ahead and show this clip, guys. Check this out.
He gets away with a lot of those, and it's hard for hitters to
That's the
square
launcher,
up. We'll see that
upper deck.
But Judge was on it.
See, there's the guy. He catches it. He recognizes it.
Fan wearing a
Oh, the
Judge
kid's so
t-shirt.
happy. He's crying already.
It's a Blue Jay
Immediate-
fan. Looked like a Blue Jay dad giving that Yankee kid the home run
Emotion.
ball. So good job by
There's
everybody.
big Aaron Judge.
And how about some pretty nice
Look
sportsmanship
at
by a
it.
Blue Jay
Oh, my
fan out
gosh.
there?
Thank you
Give
so
that
much.
young Yankee fan.
Oh.
Oh, boy. He's not going to forget tonight, will he?
Dude, that's awesome. You know, that's friggin' awesome. You know, and that's the good news. And I love this because I live here in Los Angeles, and I went to the Dodgers game last week. And, you know, dude, people get killed at Dodgers and Giants game over the game. Like, literally stomped to death out in the parking lots and, like, just beat up by, you know. And the thing is they're just fans of the game. I mean, most of these people doing the rough and beating up and, like, beating people up, they could never hit a baseball or throw a baseball to a cutoff man from the outfield in their life. They just couldn't do it. So this right here really shines a bright light on, you know, the fans and the generosity that one fan got for the kid. That's going to make his world. And I think that's just not only good news, I think it's great news. The following day, Aaron Judge brought him down in the dugout. They got to meet him. He was crying. It was just overall, Nate, what do you think of stories like this, man?
Yeah, it's cool, man. I mean, anytime you can see someone, you know, it's a home run ball from Aaron Judge. There's probably some money attached to that thing. And definitely something that guy probably would have loved to have had, but he saw a young boy there that's a Yankees fan and unselfishly gave it to him, which is cool to see. So being a father of a young boy, that's it's nice to see something like that. So congratulations to that guy for being a man.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Nate. I love that, man. So cheers to that guy, and cheers to baseball, to just being a better fan out there. Don't get so crazy. You can't play yourself, so just chill out. All right, moving right along, Nate. I'm talking about show and tell. Are you ready for show and tell?
Yes. By any chance, do you want to look at the website before, Danny? Show them off what's going on with Paperback.
Why don't you go ahead? I mean, you mean Tioga?
Sorry, Tioga. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead and show them Tioga. I'm gonna get the show and tell.
Cool. Got it. All right, guys. So I'm going to share a little bit of just check out their website here. Pretty good website for a small brewery. Look at that. You can see the half dome that we talked about before. That's their flagship. They also have the tree that Danny was talking about that is located at Sequoia National Park, the General Sherman. So they have a beer called the General Sherman IPA. You can see their year-round classics here, the Half Dome California Wheat Beer. Pretty cool. I have not tried that. I would like to. The General Sherman IPA, 99 Golden Ale, Valley Haze IPA. So they got a whole bunch of them. They even include on here their limited releases and, of course, beers that they don't have in rotation anymore. So I really like their website. Pretty cool. They have a beer garden here. Let's check out their beer garden, see if they have any pictures. Maybe not. But anyway, there you go. Just wanted to show that quickly. Danny, go for it, brother.
Love it, man. Love it. All right, going on to the show and tell, guys. If you don't know, last week I was in Las Vegas, and I stayed with Nate and his family and my good buddy, Shinru. She came through like a champ. Not only did she get me one bag, but she got me 3 bags of these. And what are these? These are Chinese homemade dumplings. Oh, my gosh. 3 bags. Each bag has 50. So, Shinru, Cindy, Shishini. And I love these. And if you've never had this style of dumpling, if you've never had it homemade and not just frozen dumplings or, soaked in oil and deep fried and stuff, these are the best way. The Northern Chinese dumplings are the best. I don't care what anybody says. It's just in some soup and a little bit of green onion. Oh, man, just gorgeous, beautiful. That is today's show and tell. Nate, I don't know how you probably don't eat them as much as you want to, but they are absolutely delicious. Thank you so much, Cindy, for bringing those to me. Lisa says she wants to eat tacos. I love the dumplings. Oh, are those dumplings or tacos?
Those are dumplings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dumplings. I mean, phenomenal.
Tacos.
They look like tacos to me. But yeah, those are sensational. Thank you so much. If you ever go to a Chinese restaurant, like a real authentic Chinese restaurant, order the Northern dumplings. Skip the crab ragu. All right, this got me really hungry now. Yes, Damien, I'm telling you, it's amazing. I mean, I put down how many dumplings do you think you could eat, Nate?
In one sitting?
Yeah.
12.
12?
Yeah, I don't know. What, like a competition, or what? If I was trying to stuff myself.
No, I do at least 20. That's a normal.
That's too much.
No,
that's
the way. That's the way you do it. But hey, this is what we're drinking. It is the Lookout from Tioga Sequoia Brewing. Okay, delicious West Coast IPA. Nate, let's go ahead and whack this sucker down and get to the scorecard. I just swallowed a big gulp of foam.
I'm curious how the next one's going to be in comparison to that with the foam.
Yeah, me too. All right, taste. Look, I like this beer. I think it's delicious. I think the first sip was very, very citric-y. It got a blast of orange going on. I felt like as I continued to drink it, the orange went away and it kind of defaulted to more of a hoppy bitterness, which I really liked. So it did give me two different flavors. It was cold all the way through, which helped. It was delicious. I think it's a great beer. Definitely would recommend it. Did I love it? Not really. 3.5.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. I do like it. I would drink it again if it was available to me. I would like to try it out of the tap. I don't know how old this can of beer is. I'm not sure when you got this.
Yeah, 4 weeks, 6 weeks.
Okay, so it should be right within the range of it still being fresh. I like it. I like this style of beer. I prefer it to the New England style IPA, but it's just not, it's just a good beer. I don't think it's at the level of some of the other ones that we will be trying. So 3.5.
Nice. All right, price. Look, I got a 4-pack for $12. So you're looking at $3.10. Not a bad price. I think for a good craft beer, for a limited craft beer like this one, I think that's a good price. I definitely think that I would try it again or recommend it. So therefore, the price isn't that bad for $3. Mm-hmm. It seems to be like the standard. I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Yeah, I'm in line with you again. I think it's a good price. It's not an exceptional price for this beer, but you're getting a $3 pint can, 16-ounce can of 6.8% West Coast IPA from a local brewery. You're going to pay a little bit more money than if you're going to get something that's a macro variety. So for me, 3.5, not an exceptional price, but a good one.
Yeah. All right, design. Look, we talked about that a little bit earlier. I like this design. I think it's cool that you have this lookout tower. I love that it's at nighttime. There's all kinds of little things as you look at this. You can see all the stars going on. The color scheme, the font is really good. Now they don't tell a story, and Nate likes that, but I don't. That for me isn't a game breaker. I still think it's a really great can. The lookout really shows this area and what you're trying to do on the can. I really like this. Overall, it's a great looking can. I like the art, and I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
All right, I'm gonna improve on that score a little bit. I'm gonna go a 4.0. Wow. Because this is really my kind of style right here. So I love the color. I love blue. I'm just a fan of blue. I love the artwork. It's not over the top. The lookout stands out. It's very pronounced. It pops to the eye. They don't tell a story, but what they do is they do tell you the kind of beer is, and they give you a little bit of extra information by telling you that it's Galaxy hops. I like that. So
Yeah.
we are figuring out the tail of the tape by West Coast IPA, 6.8%, and they're telling you the hops. So they don't give you a full story, but they're telling you a little bit more information than what's usually on a can of beer. 4.0.
Nice. Okay. I like that. The Galaxy thing. That holds weight for some people, right? Because
it means something.
I don't know. Maybe people like the buzz that's different. I know like in the marijuana world, there's the sativa and the cannabis or something. You like two different things, two different strands that do different things to you. Maybe these different hops do different things to you. I don't know. Accessibility, this is where they're going to get knocked. Not only are they very rare in that area, but you didn't even see it on their website. So this must be a super small batch. I feel lucky to have grabbed it. I found it in a gas station in Visalia. So, I was lucky, but where you're going to be able to find it else, I don't know. Unfortunately, accessibility 2.0. You probably aren't going to find it in Belgium, and you probably ain't going to find it in Canada. So, 2.0.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 1.5. It's a local independent nano brewery. There's no reach. I'm not gonna be able to find this in Las Vegas. Now, when you're in the state of California, that's different. And Danny travels up there. He gets up into that Bakersfield North kind of area to Fresno. So you have the ability to get to it, but 1.5, they're just not distributing it.
Okay. All right, TMD X Factor. Look, I love that I found this beer in that area. I love that region. Really starting to map out a vacation to Sequoia Park. I don't know why I haven't been there in the last few years, but this year I'm definitely going. I'll be going in the next 2 months, probably next month. So this thing kind of holds some encouragement and weight to it. Other than that, I don't feel any other great need to go ahead and bump up the score. I'm going to give it a 3.5, Nate. That's the TMD X Factor.
Same here. 3.5. I appreciate that I got it from Danny. He was able to find this because he was up into that region. It's a good beer. I love West Coast IPAs. I like the style. The price is pretty good. But it's a good beer, not a great one, not a great offering, not a great story. So for me, 3.5.
Nice. All right. Well, it reached the cusp. It reached the bar. The Lookout from Tioga Sequoia Brewing. For me, 16. Oh, Nate, we both got 16.
That's very rare, by the way.
That's very rare, guys.
Maybe like 4 times, maybe 3.
Maybe, man, maybe. It's very rare, but I'm not a huge fan of the West Coast IPA, but this is definitely a good one.
Hold on a second. That's not true. That's your favorite style. That you don't like the New England hazy. The West Coast is absolutely the one that you
Yes,
love.
I'm sorry. Okay, you're right. I got it mixed up. I don't like the New England hazy.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. It's not that I don't like it, but I like the West Coast.
Well, there's something about the New England that there's something that happens with your palate and how intensely rich and sweet and juicy that it is. Like there's something weird about those. I can't put my finger on what it is. The drunk is a little bit weird. The buzz is a little bit different. So there's something there.
The gas is like.
Is it?
Yeah. Remember you were telling me that you knocked out your dog?
I think that was you.
All right. Let me put the dumplings back in the freezer, and we're going to get to the second beer, guys. If you're wondering why we're here, we're testing out the Saturday. I see a lot of regulars are not here, but they probably just don't even know. Unfortunately, it's going to take some getting used to, but we are going to try it out for the next several weeks. Saturday at 10 a.m. the show. Thanks for you guys joining us. We got one more beer to go. Hold tight.
One more beer. I'm pretty pumped. So we actually reviewed a beer from this brewery in the past. I'm not going to say what it is until Danny gets here. But there was actually Danny visited this brewery in the past and didn't have necessarily the best experience. So I'm kind of looking forward towards this being a more enjoyable process. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about it.
It's like we always talk about, look, one of our slogans is we're just two regular guys that like beer, right? So I walked into the Epiphany. I walked into the Pinnacle. I walked into the biggest, beer snobbery that I've ever really seen. So that's all. Definitely great brewery. Love the product. Didn't have the greatest experience, but hey, maybe I rub off that way. I don't know. The thing is I'm a middle-aged white guy in LA, and sometimes, even when you're talking to middle-aged white guys in LA at breweries, it's a weird thing. But hey, we're still gonna drink their beer, guys, because I think it's a good product. I think they have the best designs in the game for me. Hey, yeah, I do. I like their stuff. The thing is that's really funny about it is like the whippy names and the whippy let's try to be funny. Okay, it reminds me of like ESPN and Saturday Night Live. Like, let's do the normal thing that's funny, but it goes back to like pop culture or Pulp Fiction and like comic books and stuff. So I see what they're doing, but if they didn't have that behind them, I would be like, all right, okay, ESPN, Saturday Night Live, and I'm just not into that humor at all. But, ladies and gentlemen, today we're bringing back one of my favorite breweries in Los Angeles, specifically Glendale. Hey, bro, how you doing, huh? All right, we are drinking from Paperback Brewing, Tucked In by Strangers.
Hold on, we are?
Yo. Bro, we could do either. I said we're doing Tucked In by Strangers, because I was like, look out. Don't get tucked in by strangers.
No, but you said, hold on. We're not going to get into the whole thing here, but last night you said to me, and we can even do something about like the whole catfishing thing. And we can even maybe do like some kind of a little skit on catfishing.
Yeah, but I was like, yeah, we'll do a Craigslist video.
Yeah. Yes, that's this.
No, that's
but I can go get it. It's cold in the fridge.
I can go get it too. So
what I have in the actual slides is this one.
All right, guys, this is Tucked In by Strangers, and we're tucking this one away. So
it might be my fault, but I think it's Danny's.
Definitely his fault.
Sorry, guys. Hey, but you can see we've got multiple options, and we'll be reviewing more than one beer by Paperback. But this is the one that we're doing today. Catfished on Craigslist. Again, the artwork that Danny's talking about, they really go above and beyond when it comes to the artwork. I do like their artwork. It's pretty cool. And then you got this like chainsaw guy in the back here. But this says right here, it's a double dry hopped West Coast IPA, very similar to the one that we just drank, called the Lookout. This one is at 7.2%. So the last one was at 6.8. It's 6.8. It's in that region again. West Coast IPA, brewed in California. Standard IPA, not a double, not a triple. Same ABV or very close.
Hey, I'm Nate. Let's do this one. We're just funny. We're just being funny. I'm sorry. Catfish by Craigslist.
There it is.
All right. So, also Paperback. So, at Paperback, if you're watching this, we love you. All right. We definitely want to come back. I'm definitely coming back. What's that?
You. Oh, I was just saying you.
Drink them and smoke them.
Drink them all, smoke them all.
Oh, all right. Let's go ahead and crack this sucker up. Surprisingly, the internet is not what it seems.
Womp, womp, womp. So it's not creeping out of the can with foam, by the way, like the Lookout. As soon as I did that, it was just coming out of the can.
The Lookout was like, look out.
Yeah. I like this smell. Yeah, it's very similar to the last one, the smell.
Similar. I'm smelling like pennies on the dryer, like smell.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right, let's go ahead and pour it, Nate.
Oh, much clearer on my end anyway.
Much clearer.
Much less head. Look at it. It's just effervescent. No real head to speak of. There's a little bit there, but not much. But nice looking beer.
Very nice looking beer.
I like that glass. Where'd you get it?
I got this from my best friend who sent me for my birthday a 6-pack of all the different glasses. All right. Love this glass.
Yeah,
wow, look at this thing. That's a good looking beer, man.
It is. It looks good.
Looks good. I definitely see particles of unfiltered. It looks like Joey McKissick ashed a cigarette in there. Like, I definitely see some stuff floating around.
Do you? Hey, I don't get any sediment.
Really?
Oh, none at all.
Oh, dude, I'm getting lots of it, dude.
Clear. Nothing.
It's yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and try it, guys. This is the Paperback Brewing Catfished on Craigslist. Cheers, Nate.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Oh,
it's
man.
Different. It's different than the last one. That's for sure.
Much different. Much smoother, lighter.
Yep.
But definitely, it's more, to me, I feel like it's very balanced. I feel like you're drinking the same sip all the way through. Very, very good sip. I like it a lot, actually. I think it's delicious. I think it's exactly what I like in a West Coast IPA. It's bitter. It's a little bit pungent, but really nice, Nate. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely cleaner, lighter. It's probably more in line with what I expect from a West Coast IPA as opposed to the Lookout. The Lookout does have it's almost like it's a cross between a New England and a West Coast IPA. This is definitely more hitting the nose when it comes to an actual West Coast IPA. So I like that.
It's good, man. I'm really liking it. All right, well, let's get on to the next segment. It's his, yours, our favorite segment. Ladies and gentlemen, time for What Would You Rather? What would you rather? What would you rather? How about one of these, one of these, one of them, one of them? All right, here we go, guys. Let me know down in the comments now. You can tell me after the show. I know that I've been late on the comments. They've been popping up. Something weird is going on with my YouTube. I haven't gained this. Yeah, I haven't gained a subscriber in weeks, and the comments are really holding. It happens from time to time. It happens. They do a reshuffling. This could be it, or the comments are being held, or they show up late, and then I just know because I watch all the analytics, and I haven't had a new subscriber in about 2 weeks, which is very. We've been growing slow, but we've been growing steady. But hey, here we are. Let's talk about.
Maybe you need Elon to buy YouTube too.
Oh, that'd be awesome, dude.
All right. What would you rather, Danny?
What would you rather, Nate? I'm going to give you a ticket. You can go to one of these places, and actually, I have a ticket to one of these places. I have it. I own it. It's mine. It's in my email. I already have the itinerary. Where do you want to go, guys? Would you rather go to Rome, Italy? The Colosseum with the great gladiators. As I think of watching the UFC tonight, I think back hundreds of years ago when they used to watch the gladiators and, of course, the Russell Crowe movie. I've been to the Colosseum. It's absolutely stunning, beautiful, awesome. Everything you imagine, it's there. Then let's take a look at Rome at night. Wow. Now, to me, Florence is the most Italian city to me. But Rome has its historic bridges, as you can see, cathedrals. It's got the Vatican there. Unbelievable. But the thing I like most about Rome and Europe in general is the side streets. Take a look at this one. This, to me, screams Italy. I love this. I love the little car that's in there. And just they just don't have the aggression like Americans do, where you gotta get and go on the freeway on that weird cobble road on that weird looking car, and you're just there eating some kind of fish and bruschetta. Beautiful, love Italy. Been to Rome, would definitely do it again. Or would you prefer to go to Indonesia? Look at that. Rome is the answer. I don't even care what the other choice is.
Hey, for a lot of people, that's true.
I mean, look at this. This is a freshwater lake. That's a great looking pagoda. Just beautiful mountains. This is Bali, Indonesia. Then look at this. All right. Now I'm a kid from Kenmore. It's a northern suburb of Buffalo, New York. This is the shit that dreams are made of. Okay. Look at this. I mean, beach, aqua water. But the thing about there's Nate, I gotta tell you, there's two images that always stick in my mind when I think of travel. They've always been there since I was a kid. I've always thought about it, and I've been to both of them, and they both blew my top. One was Copenhagen, Denmark. I saw the Danish like houses, and that just something about it just really, for the longest time, as 20, 30 years, I can just remember how beautiful it was. The second thing was these rice paddies in Vietnam. Okay, and look at these ones in Bali. Oh my gosh! I mean, seriously, that is so cool to me. That it's just because that's their everyday life, and I really love that stuff. I don't like the touristy things. I like the local things. I like the woman walking through the rice paddy with who knows what on her head. Beautiful place, palm trees. Probably gets a hell of a lot of rain. This one's tough. I'm going to have to go with, just because I've been to Rome, and I don't want to say this because literally I have a ticket in the dock. It's sitting there waiting for me. And the airline could go one of two places. So I use the Magic Globe, but I'm going to have to go back just because I love it. I'm going to go to Rome.
All right. Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, so I've never been to Europe. I've been to Asia. I've not been to Malaysia, which I would like to go. But since I haven't been to Europe, I would take that trip. I would go to Rome. I would check it out. I would want to kind of see what's going on over there. I am a quarter Italian.
Yay! Yay!
Only a quarter, so I don't sound like that. I would prefer going to Italy, I think, for one trip.
Yeah, would you like to go? You can go with me. I'm leaving. All right, next one. Moving right along. We're going to talk sports. Tonight's a major UFC event. But let's talk about Punch Face. Who would you take, guys?
Punch Face.
Straight up bet, in their prime, who you taking? Tyson Fury, the British boxer. There he's popping Deontay Wilder. Okay, he just beat the guy from Jamaica. I forgot his name. I'm sorry, shit,
I forget it too. White.
Yeah, I watched the fight, and it was the most beautiful uppercut I think I may have ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty damn nice. I mean, for a heavyweight, you're not waking up after that. You see here, he had a trilogy with Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury is probably the best heavyweight we've seen in the last 15 to 20 years. The Klitschko era was like this weird thing about heavyweights, but they're coming back. Tyson Fury is definitely no one to mess with. Or are you going with Iron Mike? Iron Mike.
Hard question, man.
Kid Dynamite.
Okay. Dude, look at him. He is awesome.
Dude, I mean, Tyson Fury outreaches and stands over everybody.
Yep.
Okay, but for Mike Tyson, he's really gonna be higher up on him. Mike Tyson was a shorter heavyweight, but do not fuck with the Iron Mike. Look at this.
Somebody just recently did, and they got taught.
Yeah.
The guy in the airplane is talking shit to a 50-year-old Mike Tyson. Got worked.
Yeah. When we're talking fight, we're talking about Mike Tyson. We're not talking about 50-year-old Mike Tyson going in there again. But that dude, I wish that the airplane for one reason wasn't this way. If it was squared, and Iron Mike could really cock back because he kept doing short punches on the guy. I wish he would have he cleaned him out, dude.
The guy deserved it, by the way. Who does he think he is acting like that? Violence is not the answer for a lot of things. But when someone acts out of line like that,
yeah,
he
literally. I know this gets tossed around. As much as I don't want to fight Tyson Fury, I'd rather deal with him than Mike. Yes, I agree, Damian. It gets tossed around a lot. But chasing clout is like a term that's used in hip hop and stuff.
Yep.
Like that. That is chasing clout. Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson. He deserved to get knocked out.
Yep.
All right.
I agree.
Show the next thing. Look at this guy's power, dude. Boom.
I mean, he was the best knockout artist of all time, right? Like, regardless of what you think about his style and how good he was or how he got worn out by a couple of other guys, when it came to just one punch, I don't know that there was anybody really like him.
And also to the point of Mike Tyson, the way he rolled through the people that he rolled through was go back to like maybe the older days that there was some heavyweight era and stuff like that. The era that Mike Tyson was knocking heavyweights out is considered the greatest era of heavyweight boxers. All the heavyweight boxers were amazing. You know what I mean? Until he ran into the buzzsaw, not Buster Douglas, but Holyfield. Right. You know, when Holyfield was even, I want to say, a smaller heavyweight. He wasn't, you know, but you had Foreman, you had Larry Holmes, you had even Ken Norton Senior. What's it?
Buster Douglas.
Well, Buster Douglas was a great boxer.
Yeah,
he was a great boxer. You know what I mean? Like he came in and outboxed Mike Tyson. You know, for my money, I'm gonna go with Mike Tyson. Tyson Fury's a great fighter, great boxer, all that. But I'm going with Mike Tyson.
Hold on, can I clarify something first? Are you asking who do we like them more, or we'd rather fight them?
I'm saying on this particular one, who you betting on?
Who you betting on? Okay.
If they fight each other.
Ooh, if they fought each other in their prime?
In their prime.
Man, Tyson Fury for me.
What?
Yeah, he's a better boxer than Mike Tyson was. I don't know boxing the way Danny does, so he can talk circles around me with that. But Tyson Fury to me seems like he is one of the best boxing technicians of all time. Like there's something about the way that he's able to manipulate a ring, work guys, how agile he is for 6'8", 300+ pounds. Like the way he rope-a-dopes, I don't know. I think Mike Tyson would really struggle with a guy with that reach, and I don't think he can hit him. Just like Deontay Wilder couldn't hit him.
And Deontay Wilder's got a very long reach.
And Deontay Wilder's what, 6'6". So
but he's got long arms too.
5'11".
And you know, back to Nate's point, I'm not a boxing guy. I'm not a boxing aficionado, but you know, I'm more of a regurgitator. I watch a lot of boxing. I'm around boxers. I listen to what they say, and you know, I regurgitate. You know, talk to me about baseball. I got you. I can hang in there, and you know, I know what I'm doing because I did it. It's 50-50. Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Listen, it's tough to pick these guys, and not only are they like awesome boxers, but they bring a different element from their personalities that really stands out. Mike Tyson, when he was younger, was very volatile. He dealt with a lot of inner demons. Look at him now. You know, like he's a completely changed man. So for somebody to be on a plane, to get him to the point where he was worked up to beat, you know, a civilian on a plane like that means that guy stepped out of line for a long time, because Mike Tyson is not like that anymore.
Yeah, if you really pay attention to these what would you rather, there's always something behind the question. And that's just the way my mind thinks. And the way that I thought about these two boxers, because I could have went in a lot of ways, was you love the guy that gets on top from nowhere. Mm-hmm. You got the Gypsy King. You got the guy from I think he's from the Bronx, who was raised by Customato and you know came up as a boxer, and he was Olympic boxer. Mike Tyson, greatest thing we've ever seen. Tyson Fury, but then they get there and they get to the top, and then they fall. Both of them fall. Mike Tyson, we all know his problems, whatever. I don't need to go ahead and bring him up. Same thing with Tyson Fury, drugs, whatever, drinking. And then they go back to the top. That's the story. That's the story. So both of these boxers, great character of people. I don't care what you say. I stand behind both of them. Both of them, either way, you know, I would love to see it, but I'm going with Mike Tyson just because I think he's the most ferocious thing I've ever seen in the ring.
And you know, and as far as athletes go, Danny, I think they're two of my favorite athletes of all time. Like I love Tyson Fury. I love the spectacle that he puts on. And Mike Tyson, of course, his whole storyline, which has these peaks and valleys and ebbs and flows throughout his years as a man. I don't know. This is interesting. Like I would love to meet both of them. I would actually love to meet the two of them. And no bullshit. There's most athletes, celebrities I couldn't give a shit about. These two guys I would like to talk to.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep working on this beer show. You just never know, my man. You never know. One of the cool things about was it Tyson Fury? I was going to say is he was able to capture the American boxing audience, which is hard to do. Anyway, moving on. Let's go to number 3. Which would you rather? And we're going to talk food. We already brought out the dumplings, but look, this is talking about real Chinese food. Would you prefer to eat real Chinese food? I'm not talking about Panda Express or your local. Now, what we have there is we have a bit of Southern style, I would say, just because you have the Shaolin Bao. You have, well, now that I kind of look at it, it's a little bit of melee.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there. And the thing about like authentic, as Danny's probably going to explain about authentic Chinese food, is you can go to a place in Sichuan, you can go to a place in Guangzhou, and there's a lot of similarities there. Now, there's a foundational difference between chilies and, maybe rice versus noodles in Guangzhou, right? But there's a lot of staples, like a sandwich, for instance, in America. Like right there, you can see dumplings. They're all across the entire country, but like Danny said before, there's a difference between a dumpling in northern China and a dumpling in Guangzhou or Hong Kong.
Well, you can kind of see it. Like the dumpling that's in the basket is a specific middle style of dumpling, Shanghai. There's soup inside that thing. Then if you look a little bit to the left, it's like deep fried. That would probably be a southern style. But then just below that, you can see they're not boiled. That's a northern style dumpling.
Steamed.
Yeah. So very different dumplings. That's Chinese. Show me the next food.
But Danny, just before we go on to the next one, that top left, the green bean thing, you can be anywhere in China and get that dish.
Yeah,
anywhere.
Green beans are plentiful. Yeah,
right.
Like fries. Now this is the China that you're probably not used to, unless you've been to China, because this is typically what Chinese food looks like. There's 1 to 3 of these dishes at any big Chinese thing. And one's the ma tofu. It's like a saucy tofu. One, that thing at the bottom that's in that yellow muck, that's fish or pork, like stewed. Next to that, I can't really tell what these are, but the reason they're so red is they're doused. I mean doused with chili,
Chili oil, chili. Yeah, it's crazy how spicy it can get.
So, yeah, definitely that is an interesting take on Chinese food, but that is the real stuff right there. Or one of my favorite foods, one of the most underrated foods in the world, ladies and gentlemen, the Greek food. All right, now look.
Greek food's underrated?
I do.
Really?
I do. I really do. People don't talk about Greek food. They say Chinese, they say Mexican, they say Italian, they say American, they say Arabic, Indian, but they don't ever say Greek food. Now, Greek food is like a style all of its own. It's a lot of peppers, olives, shit that goes from the trees.
Mediterranean. Yeah.
What's it?
It's Mediterranean.
Cheeses and meats. All right. Yep. But one thing that is absolutely delicious is Greek gyro or gyro sandwich. Look at that thing, dude. All right. It's the taco of the Mediterranean.
The taco of the Mediterranean.
little more. I just like the sauce a little bit more.
The tzatziki.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, so when I match these two up, if I'm asked to go, which would you rather? I first find out what I'm doing afterwards, because Chinese food will make you go to the bathroom.
Yeah, real quick.
Greek food will make you stink out the mouth. It's just got a weird. I mean, you'll be burping
an onion, man,
garlic and onion for days. But if all those things were put aside, I gotta go with the Greek food, man.
Hold on. Again, I got to clarify this. Are you talking that's your preferred cuisine, or if you were going to sit down and have a dish?
We're going to a dish tonight. We're going to go have a dish.
Okay. So you'd prefer tonight, you'd rather go eat Greek than Chinese food?
Well, no, but all times. Which one do you like better? Because sometimes you're in the mood for Chinese, sometimes you're in the mood for so. Like, if I had to, listen, Chinese is probably top 5. And if you're a Chinese girl and you want to, meet an American guy, don't mind cooking, hanging out, let's get hitched.
Let's get hitched. Oh man. All right, so you're picking Greek?
I'm going with Greek.
All right, so man, this is really hard because number one, I disagree with Danny 100% that Greek is an underrated cuisine. I completely disagree with that. There's Greek food everywhere, and there's iterations of that all over the place. Now, it's not as popular as Chinese food. There's Chinese food in every single little small two-dog town in America and all over the world, right? So the presence is much bigger. But real Chinese food, I've never been to Greece. So if I'm looking at the Americanized version of Chinese food versus the Americanized version of Greek food, I would choose Greek food. If I'm looking at what I know real Chinese food is versus what real Greek food probably is, and I don't know, I got to choose Chinese food. I know what real Chinese food is, what it's supposed to be like, what it's authentically made in China, and I have to choose that because I don't know what real Greek food is like.
Nice. All right, Calvin. We got Calvin up here. He's not able to listen, but he's been on the road. Love Greek food, like Tyson and Rome, especially.
There you go.
That's awesome, Calvin.
No wrong answer.
No wrong answer. And what would you rather? Going to the next one. Next one's a lot of fun. All right. Which would you rather drive around with? You own this car. Okay. Is it a low rider from LA, baby? Look at that.
What is that thing?
All right. It's very Chicano. It's very urban style. They take older cars, they paint them up, they put these little wheels on them. And I'm telling you, I can tell you where to go every Wednesday night, and you'll see 100 of these cars hip hopping, jip jopping, and bouncing. It's pretty amazing, actually. And you know, those hydraulic systems are not cheap, but
no,
very, very fancy. Take a look at the next one, Nate. Another look at that thing.
I like that.
That thing is sweet. All right, it's got the curb. It's got the curb things on it. I want to say that's a Buick Riviera, but I could be wrong. That thing is very obscure, but absolutely beautiful lowrider. Or are you going with my favorite? I guarantee it. I'm going to tell you right now. There's two things that are materialistic that I want, and they're not that hard to get. One is a home gym. Two is the next pictures you're going to see. And I'm talking about the shaggin' wagon, baby. The Dodge. Okay, look at that. That dude's got a bubble window. And
the bubble windows are amazing. I want to see your face, like.
Yeah, but just I'm not even going to show you the interior. Just look at the outside. Yes, lowrider, says my sister. Let's take a look at the next van. Look at this one, dude. Are you kidding me? Pew, pew. Star Wars. Murphy! What's up? All right. Okay, it's a no-brainer. No-brainer at all.
No-brainer? What do you got?
Shaggin' wagon.
The shaggin' wagon.
100%, Nate. Mark my words. You will, the minute I buy a house, you will see within that next year a shaggin' wagon. The only reason I don't have one now is because I don't even know where to park it. I will have one. I will have one.
Yeah, I'm going with the wagon too. I prefer the van over that. I don't know. They're both cool because I like vintage stuff, and you showed 4 vehicles that are probably from the 70s, 60s. So I like that. I don't know if I like the glammed up version of low riding hydraulic system cars. It's just not my style. So I'm gonna go with the van.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. Along with the Grand National, you're good to go. All right, I pass on Star Wars, too much attention. Well, you don't have to go with Star Wars. You can go with whatever you want. But real quick before we get to the brewery tour of the beer that we're drinking, if you're just hopping on, we are drinking Catfished on Craigslist. I noticed we have a very low number of people watching. Our normal European audience is not here. I'm sorry about that, guys. If you happen to watch this on the replay, it's only just because we're trying out Saturdays. We're trying to get to a sweet spot where it's more comfortable for us. We don't have to switch it around during football season. So going forward for the next, I'd say 6 to 8 weeks, the show will be on Saturday. We'll go ahead and reassess it sometime in mid-July. But for now, it's going to be on this time zone. Going with the lowrider on that one, Damien.
There you go, Damien. All right. Okay.
Nice. All right, well, the last one is if you could have which superpower, which one would you choose? Would you choose to be able to fly? All right, then. Imagine how fun that would be. You just fly around, dude. I could fly to Vegas right now. I mean, I got the magic globe, but I mean that's fun because you get to fly through the air. Always a good time if you want to fly. Or would you rather be invisible? Okay.
Wow.
I mean, that's a tough one because, you could do a lot of cool things when you're invisible. You know what I mean?
Give me an example of a cool thing you can do when you're invisible.
Well, what I would do is I would rig bets. I would find a way.
You'd use it for negative reasons.
No, monetary gain.
Negative, stealing.
Well,
I mean, let's be honest. That's what that is. You're manipulating a system to an unfair advantage for yourself. You might as well just go to a bank and take the money out. It's the same thing.
I just necessarily wouldn't do it just for winning prizes. I might go invisible and I find out what exactly the hell is going on in the White House. I would find out.
You'd just be standing in the corner.
Exactly.
Like, this guy's a disaster.
I mean, seriously, I would find out exactly what's going on. Because who knows?
Yeah, maybe it's better than you think.
There's a lot of things. I mean, I would go to Taco Bell and find out what exactly they do to make those tacos. Is it really as bad as everyone says? Good point.
I don't know that this is a great point. You're selling me on being invisible. I haven't heard anything exciting. You're just eavesdropping.
No, I think Damien and your mom are going with they really want to know what the hell is going on in the White House too.
Right.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You would just see a floating GoPro. You know what I mean?
Why is that GoPro over there? All right, so that's what you're going with? You're going with invisibility?
Joe would try to shake it.
Corn pop.
All right. Yeah, for me, I'm probably going to go with invisibility.
I'm absolutely flying. You are nuts, dude. You'd rather be invisible. You have no other skill other than the fact that people can't see you. But you can.
You know what you could get away with doing it.
I know, but again, you're everything you've said sounds to be like you're cheating the system. You're stealing, or you're doing something negative. You're eavesdropping.
No, dude, you're making it sound like, he's going into the girls' locker room again.
I'm gonna go to Taco Bell and take tacos. I'm gonna manipulate sports betting so I can win. Right?
I'm just curious.
That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but let's just call it what it is.
I want to see what people say. I want to see what you and Cindy say about me.
You do not want to know. No, I'm definitely going to go with flying. Who the hell doesn't want to fly? If I was invisible and I was like, man, I got to walk to the White House. All right, that's kind of stinks. I'd rather fly there.
I mean, I got the magic globe, so if you were invisible, you would know the truth about people, and you know to stay away from them.
Yeah, right. But do you want to know the truth about what people think about you?
Yes.
You do? So that's an ego thing. And that it is. That's what that is. That's what ego is. You need to know why a particular person feels or doesn't feel a certain way about you. That's ego driven.
I guess, okay, now that you put it that way, no, you're probably right. I typically throughout my entire adult life and even my childhood, I really never cared, unless they were very close to me, you know what I mean? So you never like when somebody close to you, like your family or friend, is talking shit about you. But
sure.
For the regular people, the people that aren't in my life all the time, I don't know. So yes, you're right. You're absolutely right on that. But I would sneak around.
See that if you would have said that from the beginning, I would have bought in and be like, all right, he wants to sneak around, and because I'm sneaky, I want to sneak around too, but I'd rather fly.
No, I would fight crimes too.
You would?
Yeah.
Flying or being invisible?
Invisible.
How do you know where the
because what I would do is I would go into
superpower where you're going to be waiting for the crime to go down. I'm just sitting here in the corner waiting for it to happen.
No, what I would do is go into hoods or areas and I would take their guns and I would throw eggs at them or something. I wouldn't allow him.
The Eggman. Can we make a comic book series paperback about Travel Man Dan the Eggman?
All right, fellas, it's just a friendly what would you rather. Y'all got the beer balls going on. Put the boxing gloves on.
No, I do not want to. I do not want to. I do not.
I'm getting old though. All right, but hey, whatever it is, flying or invisibility. That's what would you rather, guys. Thanks. Hey, look at that gun is flying. No, it's invisible travel. I don't even know. I would just have fun being invisible. That's all. I would just like to be. Who wouldn't want to be a fly in the wall? That's like a verb.
No, definitely. No doubt about it.
If you're just hopping on this wacky ass show, it's Saturday morning. We're drinking Catfished by Craigslist or Catfish on Craigfist. Craigfist.
What the hell are you saying?
I said Catfished on Craigfist.
Okay.
It's by Paperback Brewing. It's good stuff. Hey, let's go to the brewery. We've been there before. Beautiful place down in Glendale, California.
Yep.
Show it to us, Nate.
All right. So, Paperback Brewing, we have done it before. There's their credentials. Check out their website. It is a .la, not a .com. They are not available on Twitter. So, yeah. All right.
No tweets, bro. No tweets.
Glendale, California, which is, I believe, Danny, correct me if I'm wrong, is basically a suburb of Los Angeles.
Yep. Next to Burbank.
Okay. All right. So you can see there on everybody, most people know where California is on the map. For those people that don't know, there it is. It's on the west coast of the United States on the Pacific Ocean. And Glendale is in the southern part of the state, basically a suburb of Los Angeles. I wanted to put this on here because I thought it was cool. It's a snapshot from their website. It all started in 2013 with a fateful interoffice email exchange between two strangers who had never heard of each other. Soon after their face-to-face encounter, Chris and Brandon quickly learned that they had a lot more in common than their jobs in advertising, art, food, music, and most importantly, a good craft brew. Their journey began with building a small pilot brewery in Brandon's garage. Sounds familiar, Danny? Which quickly became nicknamed The Lab. I like that. Not sparing any expense, their brewery consists of everything that would help them brew a high-quality product product similar to the commercial breweries that they love. This included everything from a half BBL brewing system to microscopes for counting yeast cells to ensure perfect pitching rates. While they couldn't legally sell the beer they made, they used the lab as a way to tinker with various beer recipes. Chris and Brandon, who are the owners, truly committed to the art of brewing and spent countless hours reading and researching to refine their recipes for the perfect brew. After years of learning from their mistake and experimenting with a myriad of recipes in the lab, they realized that they were onto something that sparked a feeling that coupling their passion and a newfound knowledge of craft brewing, it was only natural that the next step was to own and operate a brewery of their own. Paperback Brewing Company. Every paperback has a story to tell, and this is just the beginning. I thought that was cool. I like their story. I like how they explained it.
I like how you committed to the reading. You went all the way in. Nice.
I did. It was long.
It was long. It was wordy.
All right. Today's beer, Catfished on Craigslist. There you go.
Have you ever been catfished?
Maybe, but I don't think so.
I have.
What? You have?
I have.
How many people have you catfished?
No, dude, I'm a stud. This is what you see is what you see is what you get.
All right. So what kind of beer is this? Again, like the last one, the Lookout, it is a West Coast IPA. Compared to the Lookout, that was 6.8%. This one is 7.2, so just a little bit of an uptick in ABV. And the last one, 157 check-ins to 147, 3.86 versus 3.81 from Catfish on Craigslist.
Very nice. Okay. Good beer.
It is. And here's some more. I wanted to showcase, I think this is one of the reasons Danny really likes the brewery, outside of the fact that it's close to where he lives, is their artwork. They put a lot of effort into their titling of beers, into their naming of beers, and into their artwork. I really like it too. It's cool. It reads like a comic book. Sour Peaks, Backyard Crusher, Robot Strip Club, Death by Chocolate, Under Pressure, Tucked In by Strangers, Bunny with a Chainsaw. These are all very unique names, and they all come with a unique style, and I thought that was pretty cool. Here's a peek into their brewery. Danny has actually been there, and we talked about this brewery before. They have an old hangar. It looks like an old hangar on a what do you call it? Airport for a plane. Yeah. Is that what that is, Danny?
Well, it's more of an industrial little area, but yeah.
Oh, so is that a Quonset hut?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's not a hangar. Okay. But there you can see that's the inside. You can see they've got, I like that. It's just cool. There's something different about it. And here's some other pictures of them. I think these guys are owners, but I didn't get into too much of the details, so apologies there. But I like the inside of the brewery, Danny. What did you think of it?
Cool place. Lots of cool, like, old VCR things and weird 80s hipster kind of things. It's a very hipster kind of brewery. But overall, I liked it. I definitely think it's got a good vibe. I was there on an afternoon, like much like this, where there was not a lot of people there. So definitely want to go back when it's pumping. I bet you they get a lot of people there. It's a very industrial area that's become hip in Los Angeles. But yeah, look at this Gold American style IPA. It's pretty damn good, I'll be honest with you. Oh, this is not the one we're drinking.
No, so this is they where is it? Where is the one that we're drinking? It is.
We drank the Bunny from a Chainsaw on the show.
I think you did. I did not.
Yeah, 2 years ago for Easter.
Yep. Where is ours, Danny? Do you see it?
I drank the Communist Poodles.
We did that together.
Yep.
I don't see Catfish
on
Carla. Catfish on Craigslist. Yeah, it's not here, guys. So that
the Alley Cat one.
What's that? Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see they got a lot going on. And it seems to be very IPA centric. Is that correct, Danny, when you were there?
I guess, yeah. Yeah, I would say so.
There you go. That's their offerings, guys.
Love it. Catfish on Craigslist. Paperback is one of my favorite breweries. Not only just because it's close, love their artwork, but I just think they put out good beer, to be honest with you. But let's go and whack this down. Give it a score, Nate. And we've got a couple more segments, and we're going to get out of here. All right. When I put it up against the Lookout, without the foam, without the crazy flavors, I think it's much more balanced. It's smoother. It's very even. I think it's a much better tasting beer. And for that, I'm going to give them a whole point higher. I'm going to give them a 4.5, man. I really like this beer.
I'm going to go 4.0, better than the Lookout. I like it better than the Lookout.
Yeah, it's something about it's better. Smoother, foamy, creamy. I don't know what it is.
It's in the mark of what a West Coast IPA is supposed to be.
Yeah. Price, now they're a little crafty hafty. Okay, so they're expensive. $16 for 4 of them. Yep. So we're looking at a little bit higher of a price. But I feel like it's a better beer. So for that, I'll take it. I'm going to go ahead and give them a score of a 3.5. I don't think it's an absorbent. Love your show. Love your beer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, this beer is good. The price is on point. It's a little expensive, but it's a stronger beer. It's crafty. And, I think it's worth buying a few.
Yeah, so I'm going to give them a 2.5. I think it's, if you're looking at very similar styles in a lot of ways, similar size of brewery, similar location. One of them is $4 a can. One of them is $3 a can. That's a 25% difference. It's not small, even though that it's only $1. So I'm going to give them a 2.5. Nice.
All right, Design. Look, if you know me, you know I'm not into the cool humor, whatever like that. Try to be funny, Saturday Night Live type stuff. Although the skits are great, it's just the ESPN where every line has to be funny. I hate that stuff. Just be funny. Just say it like it is, right? You don't have to go and bend everything. The title Catfished by Craigslist is pretty funny, but I love the artwork. I think it's brilliant. I love comic book art. I love this style of comic book art. Paperback, 1950s, Pulp Fiction, all this stuff. Great. Nate, seemingly the internet is not what it seems. I love that they put that on there. I'm going to go ahead and give them a 5.0 because I love their design.
Yeah, I'm going to give them a 4.5, which is very close. I agree with you. Like, there's a lot going on with this, right? So you got an unknowing man here sitting down at the computer. He's looking at a beautiful woman, and he's probably, I don't know, falling in love with her. And then you realize that the woman is actually this guy with a chainsaw, and he's got a collection of bones from people that he murdered from meeting them online. So yeah, there's a lot of societal kind of themes in there, which I kind of appreciate, and they do it in a kind of a cheeky, campy way. So 4.5.
Yeah, they throw in some other kind of stuff. I don't know if it's. I mean, you definitely see the chainsaw with a bunny, one of their other beers down at the bottom that I said I did 2 years ago. But the clown, I don't know if it has something to do with Pogo the Clown from the John Wayne Gacy era.
Joker. It's a Joker, right?
It's a clown. It's a sad clown.
I think that's the Joker, dude.
It's not the Joker. It's because he's wearing a red nose, and if you know anything about
the red nose, the Joker didn't wear a red nose.
Hey, we might land on that a little bit later on number 2 on the dive. But if you know anything about John Wayne Gacy, he used to dress up as Pogo the Clown, and he had with clowns and stuff. So like they definitely did their homework on that artwork. I think it's great. Accessibility for me, it's good. For everybody else, is not good. You're not going to be able to find this stuff in France. You won't be able to find it in Bali, and you certainly, well, I don't know, maybe you'll find it in Texas here and there, but probably not. I'm going to go ahead and give it a score of a 2.0. I think it's low accessibility, but yeah.
I cannot ding. I have to give the same score because I think they're the same style brewer, same size. The Untapped ratings were almost identical. So I gave a 1.5 to Sequoia or Tioga Sequoia. So I'm going to give a 1.5 for this one.
Understood. All right, TMD X Factor. Look, although I had a weird experience at the brewery, it was just a weird thing. I bet you if I go back, it's going to be completely different. I'd love to get these guys on board. Paperback, if you're listening, please message us or whatever. We'd love to get you on the show. I think the TMD X Factor. I'm not married to these guys, but I definitely promote them and support them a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and give them a score of a 4.0.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 3.5. I'm not. I need to go check out this brewery, and I'll probably go check them out with Danny when I go there. The beer's pretty good. The artwork's good. I still got a bad taste in my mouth over how they run their operation. So I'm going to give them a 3.5.
And that could have been just the way I framed it up. So let it be known. We like Paperback. We need to go back ourselves. Let's go ahead and tally the scores. 7, 8, 10. Whoa, nice. Okay, so happy we did this one. We got a few more. They gave it a 16, a double 16. I gave it a 19. Okay, 19 for the Catfished on Craigslist from Paperback. Love this beer. I thought it was really, if I had to go one or the other, obviously the scores will tell you. You could throw in accessibility and design in there is kind of but we're just going on taste. I'm going with this one as opposed to Lookout. Lookout wasn't terrible, but I'm going to go with Catfish on Craigslist. Now, let's go to the dive. What are you reading? What are you watching? 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Number 1. What are you reading? Okay, so I'm reading one of my favorite plays. Speaking of Central California, from Salinas, California, farm country, I'm reading John Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men. Okay, I'm doing some stuff in the entertainment world right now that I'm very happy about. I'm very excited about. So I start picking up more plays, more scripts. So why not start with this one? This is my favorite play. I love it. I love the writing by John Steinbeck. So I'm reading Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. Great play if you've never read it. Nate, what about you?
Right now, I'm watching a show called Better Call Saul, which I've watched in the past, and I'm just
really.
Do you watch it?
That's what my reading was, or watching.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Better Call Saul. It's a good show. It's basically a prequel, I guess you can say, to what am I thinking of? Breaking Bad. It just talks about the lawyer for Walter White. Really good show. You can probably watch it I think there's 6 seasons right now, so I'm just kind of going through the whole catalog again. I just put it on as background noise, but it's a really good show. If you like that kind of stuff, if you like Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul might be better.
Wow. I'm only in season 1, episode 4.
Great show, man. It's a great show.
Yeah, enjoying it. All right. Better Call Saul says, awesome. It says, Damien, that is good that we have people here watching it. Once again, guys, thanks for hopping on for us for the show. We are doing the show the next several weeks at 10 a.m. on Saturday. Okay, Saturday. Please join us if you can. We appreciate the support. We're going to jostle some things around, and sometime in the beginning of July, we're going to figure out the sweet spot. But we got to test these things out. So thanks for being patient with us. Thanks for understanding. But the show will be on Saturday at 10 a.m. I want to leave you with the quote of the week. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. We did not talk about it too much, but I want to bring this up. Mom, I love you. I will say first, Tenacious Freak, what up? Hi. And the today's quote goes from Cardinal Marylode. Okay, it's a Catholic cardinal. A mother is she who can take the place of all others, but whose place no one else can take. Okay, I want you to think about that, and be sure to go ahead and celebrate your mother this weekend. No matter where you're at in the world, if you're away from her, if you're right down the block from her, a mother they can take the place of anybody. Okay. Did you ever notice, like, when you have issues or you have problems, you can always go to your mom and she'll understand, but nobody will ever replace your mom. And I'm speaking from my heart. I'm trying not to talk too much because I can go on a tangent and get very emotional, but I love my mother. She's always been there for me. I hope that it's the same for you guys. Please celebrate tomorrow with your mom or today, wherever you're at in the world. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers out there. I hope that you're enjoying this day or you're having a good time tomorrow. But there's nobody else like your mom, right? And we all know that. So, Nate, I know your mom hops on the show. We always give her the jazz hands. But happy Mother's Day to Nancy and all the mothers out there. Do you have anything to say for Mother's Day?
Yeah, I mean, it's we're going to be going out to St. George tomorrow to go see my mom, and yeah, I completely agree with you. Mothers are irreplaceable. They do wear a lot of different hats throughout your life, and my one constant has been my mother. So I love you, and can't wait to see you tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Well, Marv, thank you. Thank you for watching, and enjoy tomorrow. I hope you're feeling better. Rest up. And, Nate will give you a back massage or a neck massage if you want. And go ahead and have that green stuff. It's Mother's Day. Is it green stuff, right? All right. So thank you so much, Nate. What an awesome show. Like I said, it's going to take some adjustment. It's going to take some people getting used to the show being on Saturday for a few weeks. But we have to figure it out. For those of you that hopped on, thank you so much. If you're watching this in replay, thank you for watching. Go ahead and leave us your comments. Leave us your what would you rather. Nate, high five, my man. Awesome job. All right. Great beers. We had the Lookout from the Tioga Sequoia. We had Catfished at Craigslist from Paperback. Thank you so much. Nate, you have anything to say?
No. See you next Saturday.
See you next Saturday. That's Nate.
IPA.
APJ. All right. IPA. I'm Travel Man Dan. And remember, it's a big world out there. Go to Rome, go to Bali. But remember, it's a big world out there. Make sure you see every bit of it. Yeah.